ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Renaissance. It's time for the next playthrough, and that game is... Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, it's Castlequest. A little known game with a lot of heart, and I love it. And, I'm gonna kill this guy first. This game kind of gets a lot of flack. It's kind of hated, honestly, here and there. Mostly because of the control, and I think because of the music. Let me tackle both these issues. The control is really not that bad. It's a little floaty, sure, but you can get used to it, and there are so many games on the NES with way worse control. So, I've debunked that. 2, the music. Okay, I get that. The music is actually really cute, and really goes nicely with the game, but as you can hear, it's a very short loop, and it starts over once you go into every room. So, yeah, it can be a little grating and a little annoying after a while, but there's no reason for people hating the game just because of that. Okay, let's move on. What's this game all about? You play a little chap named Raphael. He's a bit of a fop. He's got a nice little pink outfit with a nice little pink little hat with a little feather in it. And he is, you guessed it, trying to save a princess, which is a pretty standard fare in these games. So he has to go into this castle, and it's a maze. It's a puzzle game. And I should say right off the bat here, if you are a fan of retro games, and you're a puzzle game fan, and you've never played this, you might not want to just watch this whole video, because it might spoil it for you, because you really should check it out. It's a very puzzly game. It's a pretty tricky game, and the map is huge. I think it's 100 rooms. And there are many ways to complete it. So if you want to check this game out, turn around right now and go out and get it, play it for yourself. Then after you beat it, then you can watch my playthrough. How about that? Alright, so, the point. You've got all these keys and all these doors. First of all, that's the map up there to the right. I'm not going to get it. Basically just shows you where you've gone and where you haven't, but I don't really need that, so I'm not going to waste a key. So there are a finite number of keys, and you know, yellow keys open yellow doors, red keys open red doors, you get the idea. So you got to go around finding all the keys, but you cannot waste the keys. So if you open the wrong doors, you can kind of get screwed. And you basically just have to find the princess. But on the way to the princess, there are 2 fairies that you first find. I'm not really sure why you have to find those fairies, but they happen to be along the path that I've come up with, so we're going to get the fairies, and then we'll get the princess. Very puzzly game, like I said, so here's kind of our first puzzle. You have to manipulate blocks to get to where you need to go. So, that right there is putting the block on the edge, and that's a big kind of key feature in this game and a lot of the puzzles. You gotta make sure that you have enough distance to get to certain places, so I couldn't have gotten to that ledge any less distance than that, so that's how you kind of break that down. Bye-bye. You can drop stuff on enemies. Some you can kill with your little knife, as you saw earlier, and it's a very little knife. This guy. But some enemies cannot be killed, like that plant, for example, with the knife. You have to drop things on them, or you just have to avoid them outright. So, the one thing I will say also is these lifts here, they're very slow. They kind of need to be because you have to do tricky stuff with them, but you end up waiting a lot in this game just for the lifts, so I'm gonna try to just speed up the video just so it's not too boring, basically, or I'll find some clever way to make it entertaining for you. Okay, what the hell is this thing? Guess what? It's scuba gear, because we're going in the water. Because clearly scuba was very popular around the times of castles and pink foppish hats and whatnot. So there you have it. And the music changes a little bit to show you how much time you've got, well, that you've got the scuba equipment equipped. And it's a long time, so you shouldn't panic too much. but you can't dilly-dally either. Okay, so I got a couple green keys there. And we come out of the water, and everything is hunky-dory once again. Top left, as you see, you've got all your keys shown to you, how many of each that you have. And like I said, it's a hard game. You have to play it a lot. It's a lot of trial and error. I gotta kill this cat. Those cats are very dangerous. I don't know why I'm getting these rings. Rings, golds, I think crosses, they're just points. So I'm not really gonna care much about those. This little barrier thing here, you can follow or fall through it when it is together, like it just was. Here, I'm probably going to die. I'm going to die here. Actually, I'm just gonna die. Because it's really tricky to get out of there. You keep your keys after you die. You're still in the room. It's fine. And top left, again, it says live. It should say life. That's how many lives you have. And yeah, you can tell it's a hard game when they give you 50 lives to start off with. You gotta be careful with these lifts too, because they can smush you. Okay. Let's get our pink key. So I bought this game at a convention about a year ago, actually. Never knew about it as a kid. I saw like a clip of it online or something. Oops. And it looked like something that I would enjoy. So I looked out for it and I found it at this convention and I bought it. And as soon as I popped it in, I was like, yup, this is something I really love. I love puzzle games. I love castles. If you've seen the other videos, I've mentioned it many times. I love the setting of games. I love that this is in a big, huge castle. Yeah, it's very adorable. It's got cute sprites and whatnot. And yeah, I love puzzle games. There are a lot of really, really tricky rooms that took me a long time to figure out, but I love that. So this playthrough is just me going through it. I beat it like a year ago, but I actually haven't played it since then. I'm just waiting to get the scuba here, because I had to wait for the lift over here. So I'm not waiting too long, and my scuba gear might run out. But anyway, so I beat it last year, and then coming back to it, I wanted to do the playthrough of it, and I had to look at the map again, and I was just like, I thought I would remember it, but I didn't. Like, I remember generally where I went and things like that, but you know, I'm gonna put the map in the link in the description in the video so you guys can check it out. But it is a humongous map, and even when you have the map, it's really tricky to see where you can and cannot go, and it's very tricky. Here's another puzzle room. So yeah, so I had to really kind of restudy it, and I think I've remembered it and figured it out. I'm hoping I don't screw this up, because you can really screw up. You can get stuck in rooms, so hopefully that doesn't happen. So here I have to just sacrifice one of the blocks. I'm gonna move this over here. So you're gonna see the block on the right. It's gonna get pushed up, and just like you, it can get squashed, and then the block is gone, just like that. Okay. So what we're gonna do, take this block, we're gonna put it on the lift, we're gonna go up the lift with it, just like that. We're gonna get the yellow key, but more importantly, we've got to go to the top right door, and there's a tricky jump that entails. So first, we get the yellow key, and okay, the lift's going down, so I'm gonna put it on the edge, just like that, and I'm gonna stand on the edge of the block. What I'm gonna do when it comes up, I have to jump up like this and get around that corner. So let's see if I can do this. First try, baby. Let's do this. Yes! Just like that. Okay. I looked up the manual. Get out of here. Online, and those are called attack cats, which I think is pretty fantastic. I actually just bought this game complete in box today online because I wanted to see the manual, because the artwork's really cool and there's a map in the manual, and the other thing's just cool. Want to have it in my little collection. So okay, another little puzzle. We want to get this green key. If you push the top block to the left, it will block you off from the key. So this is what we got to do. More edging, if you will. Half. and get out of the way because it'll squash you up if you don't. Now we push the left block, and now the bottom block catches it. There we go. Now we're going to the right. We will come back and revisit this room later. We're going to go up through the green door later on the way to the second fairy after we get the first one. So first order business, yeah, we're going to get the first fairy. And then the second fairy, then the princess. But all of that, you know, is surrounded by me trying to get all the keys necessary that I need and going along the path that I have mapped out to get to where I need to go. Okay, it's a long jump here. Okay, another one. Here's another enemy, these little fry guys who will kind of chase you, but they're pretty predictable, so they're not too much of a pain. Probably the worst enemy is the cat, because they're pretty aggressive. Okay, so here... Okay, these little platforms, they can kill you if they kind of like hit you in the side. So you gotta be careful, but you can also ride them. You actually have to ride them. So here I'm gonna edge this block. We want to go through this door, so watch, I'm going to jump, land on it, and go right, and I can go through the door. So the thing is, okay, so in that last room, you can't go through a door unless you're level with it. So if you're below the level of it, there's no way to get it. So a lot of times, actually there's a room coming up right now. It's one of the biggest mazes in the beginning of the game, or the puzzles, excuse me, in the beginning of the game, where you have to build, you have to put objects basically to lift you up to get to the same level of the door so you can go through it. You're gonna see right now. This is what I call the fireplace room, okay? Yeah, it's coming up right here actually. So you can go under the lifts too, like this. Okay, this is the room. So this thing controls that little pulley thing on the right, if you saw that. I'm gonna tap this one more time, okay. So, what we've got to do, all these blocks we have to use. First things first, let's put this block on the little pulley, jump up here, and we're going to push this, and we're going to get it level, as you see to the right. And this is the first block. See, we need to go through this blue door. We need to put 2 more blocks there in order to get that, or to, you know, be able to get through the door. First, let's get these keys. Okay, what we got to do here is push this block on the edge, just like that. And be careful with these stupid lifts, man, because they will squash you, and then you gotta do the whole room over because it resets. Okay, put that level. See right there, I'm nervous. I don't want to go try running through underneath it because it can squash you underneath it, and it can push you up and squash you too. So here, I've gotta wait, because if you try to do this when this thing is going up, you could screw it up, and I don't want to screw it up. So we'll wait for a second, listen to the lovely music. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for watching this video. I'm thinking this is going to be 3 parts, so I'm pretty sure I've kind of mapped it out. So this will be part 1. Okay. Boom. Put it on the little lift. Once again, we ratchet it up. We're like Bob the Builder over here, you know? It's great. 2. 1 more to go. Now we just gotta reset the pulley. Gonna sneak under this guy. And then 1 last block. Now we can push this straight across. There we go. And you drop the block, and Bob's your uncle. Boom! Okay. This room, don't push that off. If you push that off, it blocks you from these keys. Every key I get, basically, I need. You cannot not get the key. Okay. Yeah, if I actually did the first run of this and I forgot to get this pink key over here on the right. And I got screwed. I had to start over. Okay, this pink... Oh my god, no. Okay. Don't panic, everyone. Don't panic. There is a trick. Use the second controller, hit A or B, you can reset the room. Isn't that nice? Okay, because I just missed the pink key again, just like I said I did the first run. God, what a jerk. Alright, Let's not miss the key this time. There we go. Gotta run back, get the other one. And this is pretty nerve-wracking. But we should have plenty of time. We don't want to drown little Raphael now. Get out of that water, my friend. Okay. Good. Cannot reach those other keys, but we don't need them. At least in this path. That's the other really cool thing about this game. Just like Legacy of the Wizard, I did a playthrough of that too a couple months ago. Or, not that long ago, but whatever. You can do it several different ways. There's no one right way to get through this game. So it's got a lot of replay value. You can do it. You can, once you beat it, you can try different paths, try to do it different ways. There are rooms actually I've never even been inside of in this maze. So it would be kind of neat to revisit it and try to figure out other puzzles and such. All right, let's go lift. Okay, come up here. Yeah, the control is really not so bad. You just get used to it like any other game. The jump is very floaty. You hit A to jump. Okay, first I gotta do this. See, I need a little more altitude here. You gotta do like this. And another tricky jump around, good. If you hold A down after you jump, you just continue to kind of jump and float. As soon as you let go of A, it's like this. It's like you let go and he just doesn't do anything. You hold it and he does like that. And you've just got to learn which way to use it, Alright, so we're going to come down here. And we will be revisiting that room as well. Okay, this cat always gives me a problem. Oh god. Oh god. Oh man, okay, I wanted to kill him, but at least he didn't kill me. That's okay. Okay, we're coming up to what I call the barrel room, which is a tricky puzzle, and I don't even know if I do it the right way. I don't know if it's possible to get through that green door, but the way I do it is I'm not even going to go through that green door. First I'm going to just drop this a little bit, cut off that platform. I just get rid of that barrel, I don't use it. Come up here, release that. What we're going to do, I want to get on top of that lift over on the right hand side. Oh, for criminy sake. Jump on it and just push that barrel just on the edge there. And jump over here and then just drop this barrel here. And from here, I have just enough distance and height to get up there. You gotta do it at the right time though, which is right now. Okay. So yeah, tricky stuff. Okay, so the whole point of me going up here, I need that purple key on the left hand side. So the purple and the red keys are clearly the ones that are more rare. And squash them. Yes, this is the cat, the cat suicide room I call it, because that cat always commits suicide in those squashing machines. Squashing machine, not a washing machine. Yeah, so the purple and the reds become very valuable, and they are pretty sporadic. Okay, here I gotta wait a second, push this block. We're gonna use this block, because I cannot reach the purple key without it. I need to get something below me. So just gotta wait, that block gets crushed. There's a crazy Audrey 2 plant up there. And now we come back down here and we're gonna be able to shimmy our way right through here. Push the block, squash the cat, get the key. Yes! Okay. Speaking of Little Shop of Horrors, I just watched that movie recently, and goddamn is that a wonderful movie. So good. I'm not really a musical guy, but music in that movie is incredible. Anyway, we're gonna backtrack, come on back down. These blue bottles here are 1-ups. I don't really need it. I've got 50 lives. So I don't really need it. I'm in good shapes. Oh, here, I really wish I'd killed this cat before because he's going to kill me, unfortunately. You can manipulate them. It's funny, like, they jump. Oh god, I'm dead. Okay, tell you what. I'm gonna go down here and murder this cat. What I'm gonna do is try my best to murder this cat because he is giving me a real problem. Oh my lord! Okay, as you can see, or maybe you don't, my lives just dropped drastically because this freaking cat is giving me a real problem. So I'm going to do my best and murder him right now. Unfortunately, I have to wait for this lift. Yes! Okay, you are dead. And now I will actually grab another life. Just for the fun of it. That sound is one of those fry guys again. Okay, here's an interesting room. This is the first time we come across this thing. It's like this beam down there, that yellow beam, makes you invincible for a little time. So, you can walk through spikes is basically the idea. And you get a funky little new tune. I'm gonna grab that key, and we are very close. Here's the chimney room again, or the fireplace room. We're very close, and here we go. Hey, look who it is. That is the first fairy. And of course, there is a puzzle to this. What we're gonna do is drop these and notice that purple door on the right. Okay, I'm gonna drop that. Get our scuba gear on. Get the purple key. And now, folks, here is the first fairy. Come on, how do you not love this game? It's adorable. That little tune that you get? Okay, you get 2 red keys, that's clutch. Now, here's the thing. We need to exit out the purple door on the right. How the hell do we do that? Here's what we're gonna do. Open that red door. And we're gonna reset the room. When you go out of a room and go back in, the doors are still gone. They're still open. But the blocks and such are reset. That's important. Because now, I can go in this way. Push this, come back up here, push this, and just like that, we can get through the purple door. Tricky stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up to, I think, this one next puzzle room, and I'm gonna call it the first episode. And this room is awful. I hate this room. These are like witches or whatever. Oh, for these witches are the ones. Oh my lord. It's oh my. Okay, this room is a bitch. You've got 2 witches, and they create different enemies. So you've got to try and. Okay, you try and kill them. Get around them. Just escape them. It's awful. Anyway, I survived. Here we go. 3 more keys. Excellent. Speaking of that, the Japanese name of this game is Castle Excellent, which, let's face it, is fabulous. Alright. Hold that lift, please. Thank you. We're gonna head up to the next puzzle room, which I think is in a couple more rooms here. We're actually kind of backtracking here. You're gonna see we're gonna come to a room that we just left a little while ago. This one here, but now we're inside here. Before, we were outside, and we went down the bottom left-hand corner of the blue door. Now, what we can do is jump across here, and now we can get up here. And that is where I shall leave you for part 1. Actually, I'm gonna do this puzzle real quick, and then I'll leave it for the next part. So here, I want to get all 4 of these keys, the 3 yellow and the 1 pink. What you gotta do, get to the top. Okay, the right-hand side we'll do first. Essentially, you want to drop some blocks down there to be able to get the keys, but then get out again, because I don't want to open either one of the pink or yellow doors, because I'm not going that way, and I don't want to waste the keys. So, the trick is, again, push this one halfway out, come back, and what that allows me to do is push this block off and give it a little more distance. So when I push this block, I've got a little ledge to work with. just like this. So now I can go down here, get the keys, and most importantly, get out of here. Let me come back up here. And then wait for the lift to come back up, and then I'll get the other keys, and then we are in business. But that is going to be part 1 right there of Castlequest. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got a lot of work to do. The next time you come back and see me, we'll be right here, taking it from here. We're going to get the second fairy, and that'll be probably part 2. And then after that, it's off to the princess. And oh boy, keys galore. Also puzzles galore. See you next time. Bye-bye.